When multiplying many negative factors, what is the outcome of multiplying an odd amount of factors? When multiplying many negative factors, the outcome of multiplying an odd amount of factors will be negative. So we're looking for patterns here when we're multiplying negatives, right? So multiplication and sign integer patterns. Count the amount of factors and try to see if there's some pattern to it, okay? They must all be negative integers for this pattern to be true. So for instance, we have 3 factors. This is an odd amount of factors. Let's go ahead, let's choose the number 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, okay? Let's see here. There are 3 factors, 1, 2, 3, and the rule states that ultimately we're going to come out to a negative. Alright, negative 3 times negative 3, well, that gives us a positive 9, and then we're going to bring down the remaining negative 3. 9 times negative 3 ultimately gives us a negative 27. Notice that how we have a negative because a positive times a negative is a negative. So this is an odd amount of factors when multiplying negatives. Now let's go ahead and let's multiply negatives, but this time we use 5 factors, odd amount of times, and we're going to use the number negative 10. So negative 10 times negative 10 times negative 10 times negative 10 times negative 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 factors. That's an odd amount of factors, and they're all negatives. Let's see the pattern. All negative factors. Perfect. So the rule is stating that ultimately it's going to come out to be a negative because there's an odd amount of factors. So let's go ahead here. Negative 10 times negative 10, well, that's positive 100. Alright, now let's multiply this by the remaining negative 10s. There we have negative 10 times negative 10 times negative 10. Perfect. Alright, let's do the next regrouping here. Positive 100, excuse me, times negative 10 equals negative 1000. Now let's bring down the remaining 2 negative 10s here. Negative 10 times negative 10 down. Alright, next regrouping. Negative 1000 times negative 10. Well, that's going to give us a positive 10,000. Okay, and then we're going to bring down the last remaining negative 10 to multiply by. And this last regrouping is going to give us 10 times negative 10, 10,000 times negative 10 equals negative 100,000. So ultimately we came out with a negative number. Okay, and that's kind of what the pattern is. If there is an odd number of factors and they're all negatives, the final product will be a negative number.